You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Extension Hour. This is Amy Ressler. I'm County Extension Agent for Family and Community Health. And the Extension Hour is right here on Lone Star Radio every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. So we're very happy to be here, and we love having guests. And so today our guest is going to be Carmen Ortega. She is the Educational Coordinator at the Woodlands Children's Museum. Say hi, Carmen.
Hi, Amy.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am the Education Coordinator for the Woodlands Children's Museum. I oversee the education department, all of our workshops, outreach, or any educational components for our exhibits. I get to work with that and work with the community and different partners throughout the Woodlands and even other partners in Houston, like the Texas Children's Hospital. So I really love my job, and I'm really excited to be here with you. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here. So what we do on the Extension Hours, we talk about a lot of the things that we do in Extension, and we love having guests and partners come and highlight the things that are going on. And so I'm really excited to get to the things that we're working on together. But before I do that, I need to talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that's happening in Extension, because Texas A&M Agrilife Extension Service is one of those things that people are familiar with, but often they're only familiar with like the part that they've interacted with. So we have a really large network, a big umbrella of things that we do. So basically our mission is helping Texans make their lives better. And we do that through education. So research-based, scientific information. And it's kind of like taking the research and the education at the university level and bringing it to the people of the state, and kind of putting it into really practical, applicable terms so that anybody who needs good information can rely on us to get that information. So we have agriculture and natural resources, 4-H youth development, family and community health, and then we also do some community development stuff. So I've got this little list of things that I'm going to go through of things that are happening. So we'll start with agriculture. Brandon Gregson is our ag agent, and he has a couple of big events coming up that he likes people to know about. So one of them is the Soil and Forage Analysis and Fertility Program. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It does.
So actually, what's happening is they're having a campaign right now where people can get their soil tested at a reduced cost. And then this workshop that will be on Thursday, February 28th, that workshop will help people kind of understand what those analyses mean and know what to do. So people can get that kind of information actually from the Extension Service, some of the online A&M sites that are available. But this is a really good way to just kind of have that information right in front of you. Guest speaker is going to be Dr. Tony Proven of the Texas A&M Department of Soil and Crop Sciences. And so he'll provide a lot of feedback about the soil campaign that's been happening. So again, that's the Soil and Forage Analysis and Fertility Program. It is on Thursday, February 28th, 2019. It'll start at 6 o'clock, and that will be at our Extension office, so the Montgomery County Extension office. We are located at 9020 Airport Road. Of course, that's in Conroe, right across the street from the Lone Star Convention Center. And we've got a really nice facility there that we like hosting people. So that will be a really good project there. So the other thing kind of related to agriculture is a lot of ag producers and others need pesticide applicator license. And so even after they get their license, they still have to have some continuing education units. So there's plenty of opportunities to get those, but then there's like big events that people can depend on to find that. So on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019, at 9 a.m. till about 1 p.m., there's a private pesticide applicator training that will also be at the Extension office. This actually has a cost for the class. It'll be about $60. That covers manual and the class. But you can call our office for more information about any of these that I'm mentioning. But so with the agriculture things, you talk to Brandon or April. But again, anybody can probably help you out. 936-539-7822 is their number. And so I always have to say this. So sometimes I give different numbers because we have several, like for each one of the departments, but they all go to the same number. There's a menu system gets you routed. So, if you do 722-723-456, you'll get the extension office usually. So 936-539-7822. All right. So we also have Master Gardeners. Have you ever heard of the Master Gardener program?
I have not. Will you share with me?
I will. So they're actually a great group of volunteers who help extend our outreach related to gardening. And so the last couple of shows, we actually had some Master Gardeners on the show with us, and they're so great. They've got lots of great information, but they're also learning as they go. They do a lot of demonstrations around our office to find out what kind of plants grow really well here, so that they can provide very accurate information for people who are wanting to grow things at their homes. But they also, part of their outreach is that they provide some educational classes. So it takes a lot to actually become a master gardener. They go through a lot of hours of training and a lot of hours of give back. But so not everybody wants to go through that whole thing. They just want to know a little bit about, what different types of topics related to gardening. So the Master Gardeners have the Saturday series that they offer on Saturday morning, so once a month. And so the one coming up in March is, so they do 2 sessions. So one is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and the other one, they do a little break, then 10:30 to 12:30. So the first one is honing in on your spring vegetable bounty. So all about growing vegetables. And then session 2 is the best ways to start your vegetables growing. So those there's a $5 charge for each one of those, or I think you can come to both of them for like $8. So very reasonable. They have some refreshments there, and that's kind of what it covers: refreshments and materials and that kind of thing. So March 9th, one at 8, one at 10:30, all about vegetables. And then again, that's at our office at 9020 Airport Road. And you can call to get more information about that, 936-539-7824. And then, or they have a website too, it's www.mcmga.com. So that's the acronym for Montgomery County Master Gardener Association. So they've got great information there. They're also having a plant sale that will come up on March 23rd. So on the 9th, you can learn all about the vegetables that you want to grow. And then on the 23rd, you can actually come get them from us. And then that they'll have another class in April. So like I said, they do one on a Saturday every month. And in April, they're going to cover the which, what, and how of spring blooms and multiplying your blooms. So that'll be about floral gardening, which will be awesome. Okay, so the 4-H and youth development is also part of what we do. So this spring is really busy in terms of like stock shows that a lot of our kids participate in. And that's one of the things that people often think about when they think about 4-H, like the Montgomery County Fair is coming up. And a lot of kids participate in that with their animal projects. There's also the non-livestock projects that they can do. But, 4-H is actually more than just the fair. There's things going on all throughout the year. Another thing we'll talk about in more detail in future programs that we do, some of the district contests that we actually host here in Montgomery County. So the thing that I wanted to mention that's coming up really soon with the 4-H department is that they do more than just traditional 4-H programs. They do curriculum enrichment. So curriculum enrichment is helping teachers in schools or homeschools enhance their teaching opportunities. And so there's lots of curricula that teachers can use in their classroom. It has lesson plans, and it has they all relate to TEKS. So for teachers who want to learn more about this, the 4-H department is actually hosting a teacher's training on Monday. So this Monday coming up, February 11th, at around the noon hour, they'll serve lunch and kind of highlight some of the things that they can offer so that teachers are introduced to that. So if you want more information about that, again, you can call the extension office, 936-539-7825. I'm going to say that one this time. And then the same place, 9020 Airport Road. Okay, so agriculture, master gardeners, horticulture, 4-H, and then my area that I work in is family and community health. And boy, the spring is busy for us as well. So we have these mobile cooking schools that we do, helping people hone in on their cooking skills, and we don't teach gourmet cooking. It's very practical, basic cooking. So for a family that's been eating out often and haven't cooked at home in a while, and or just want to learn some new techniques, some new ideas, try some new foods. That's what our mobile cooking school is all about. So we've got some coming up at Sam Houston Elementary, and then also some at the Academy for Lifelong Learning. And then we actually look for hosts for those. So anybody who wants to host one of those cooking shows, we love having those. So then again, you can contact us at the Extension office. Walk Across Texas is coming. That's our physical activity program. So that'll start on or about April 1st. So we're sending out emails now, encouraging people to get ready. And whether you're going to email or not, you can still participate. It's a team, kind of friendly team competition. We ask people to get into teams of up to 8, and they do physical activity that equates to what it would take to walk across Texas. So roughly from the Orange to El Paso, Texas. And our Families Reading Every Day is also coming up. So another great program that we do that helps with literacy and strengthening family relationships. We do those at our local Head Start sites, the federally funded Head Starts. And so that'll be coming up soon. But again, that's another one that we can offer in other places too, if people are interested. Okay, so I'm rambled about all, because like I said, spring is busy.
Yes.
But another thing that I'm really excited about that's coming up that we're going to also participate in is the Fitness Frenzy at the Woodlands Children's Museum.
Yes.
So, so my part in this is going to be Chef Plate. And Chef Plate is this character that I've developed. It's like kind of my alter ego. She's kind of like a cross between a rodeo clown and Rainbow Bright, and very energetic and fun. And she really, really loves vegetables and loves telling kids about healthy eating. So she's going to do a couple of performances at the Fitness Frenzy. But we want to talk a little bit about that. So we'll get started with that, but to just give us a little teaser when it's going to be, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then when we're going to come back, we're going to really get into detail about why Carmen is here.
Yeah, so Fitness Frenzy is Saturday, February 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I'll talk more about what kind of vendors will be there and the exciting things we're doing at the museum that day. And we're really excited to have you there too.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm excited to be there. Tell us the address real quick.
Yes, our address is we're located on Panther Creek. Let me see, 2475 Woodlands Parkway, and the Woodlands 77381.
All right. And what's your phone number?
281-465-0955.
And then, of course, Google it can be our friend, and that's a
Yes.
good place to find it too. Find out more information.
Or our website,
Okay.
woodlandschildrensmuseum.org.
All right. Thanks, Carmen. So stay tuned, because we're going to come back. We're going to talk much more about the other things that are going on, the Fitness Frenzy, and there's so many. Clifford's coming. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're listening to Lone Star Radio, and we'll be back in a minute. Family and community health programs provide science-based education designed to improve the overall health and wellness of individuals, families, and communities. Developed by experts and delivered locally. Topics include child and adult health, nutrition, child care, financial management, passenger and community safety, and building strong families, all encouraging lifelong health and well-being for every person, every family, and every community. We are Texas A&M Agrilife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
Welcome back. This is Amy Ressler, County Extension Agent, Family and Community Health. You're listening to the Extension Hour. We're here every Friday, 1 to 2, and we have Carmen Ortega with us today. She is from the Woodlands Children's Museum. So I spent a lot of time just talking about all the things that are going on in Extension. But what I'm really excited about is February 23rd, and that is the Fitness Frenzy that's going on. So Carmen, tell us why are we having a fitness frenzy?
Okay, so the Woodlands Children's Museum is proud to be a community venue for Good to Grow. Good to Grow is a leadership initiative guided by the Association of Children's Museum to support healthy choices and activities for children and families in their community. So we are really excited to host it on Saturday, February 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We invite families to share different reasons of why you should be healthy or how you can be healthy and how to be active. And I know earlier we talked about that the Texas A&M Extension Office will present Chef Plate there. So she will be there with us. And we are focusing on family, letting them know that's the most important factor in promoting children's health. That's why we do it. And families turn to children's museums for engaging activities, for quality interactions, and trustworthy information about child development and health. So we really like working with the community, and we've found different partners that can help us, just like the Texas A&M Agrilife and Kids in the Kitchen, which is a cooking school provided by Junior League. The children will have the chance to rotate through several stations to create fun and healthy recipes in our classrooms, and that will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we will also have a Taekwondo demonstration, and that's at 1 p.m., getting them really active. And of course, there's other activities that kids could do, but we do have a partner that's coming in from the community to do Taekwondo with them. And we will have free vision screening provided by the Woodlands Lions Club from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we also will have a Science Madness activity. And that is throughout the month, we have different floor programs to enhance our exhibit with education. So our exhibit is already very education and, learn to play. But we also add throughout the month different things. So we're going to choose for that day Science Madness. And the children will be able to do a My Plate food. So they'll learn how to sort foods and different types of foods that we need to grow and be healthy, and to teach them if you put good energy in your body, you'll have good energy to keep playing and to grow, and not just for your physicalness, but for your mind as well. And we're going to have a special art project, and that will be dedicated to fruit and vegetables. We're going to do fruit and vegetable stamping for the kids in our art muse, and a variety of health and fitness vendors, and we'll do giveaways as well. So I'm really excited to be there that day, and I hope a lot of our friends and families in the community can come out and enjoy the day.
Yeah. So great things going on. So, one of the things that I think that's interesting, Fitness Frenzy, and all these activities that you just mentioned are awesome. But, it might not be something that somebody immediately puts with the Children's Museum,
Right,
because we
right.
hear museum, we think, oh, you got to be quiet and just look
Right.
at pretty things.
Yes.
So tell us more about the Children's Museum. I mean, why? So first of all, why does it exist? And what you mentioned a little bit about the mission, but expand on that a little bit. And then why do you do things like the Fitness Frenzy?
So we want to reach out to the community, just not academically, but playing and to engage and letting them know that art and science doesn't necessarily have to be quiet. It can be loud and messy, and sometimes I'm a mom, so messy is not that great. But being in education is actually the best way that children will learn, by actually physically doing the things. I'm a visual learner myself. I mean, we start from a young age, and now I continue to learn that way. If I do things, I learn them, and we think that's so important with the children for them to be able to engage in art, but physically touch it, not just see it in an art gallery on the wall, and the process and all the mediums that we take to get there.
Right.
So we work a lot with the art projects and science and exploring to different careers when they grow up. Then engineering, we work with STEM as well. And so
just to clarify, STEM,
Mhm.
STEM is an acronym for science, technology,
engineering,
math.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. That is exactly what we do. And one of our partners is to touch more based on the academic part of it and science. So we do have a partner with the NICE Network, and the NICE Network does a national informal STEM education, and we applied for a grant for a couple of years, and we did receive it this year. So we were a recipient of that.
Awesome.
So I'm excited to be part of more of a national thing and bringing it to the museum and learning how to expand that to the community. And so I'm really excited.
Okay.
to be able to do that. And we do have a new traveling exhibit that I wanted to share with everybody about.
Okay.
It's Adventures with Clifford, the Big Red Dog. Have you heard of Clifford
I
before?
love Clifford.
Yes, I grew up on Clifford. Norman Bridwell, he's the author of it. And the Minnesota Children's Museum created this exhibit, and it gets to travel. So we've acquired it, and it's visiting us. So we have a really big, he's like 9 feet tall, Clifford in the middle of the
Oh,
museum.
wow.
And Clifford has brought in these 10 big ideas and their virtues. Do you want to hear about them?
I do. I
Okay,
do.
so the 10 of them are, and I think it doesn't only apply to the children, it applies to us as well.
Right.
And they are play fair, have respect, work together, be responsible, be truthful, be kind, be a good friend, help others. And one that I believe is so important for children to learn, and it's my wish that every child knows, is to believe in yourself, to always believe in yourself. So those are his 10 big ideas. And throughout the museum, the exhibit, for example, we have the big dog dish, and the children get to feed him. And not just be responsible to feed him, but what are the portions we should feed him. So throughout the
Ah.
museum, we do that. And his Norman Bridwell's has a fictional island in the stories where Clifford lives, and the name is Birdwell. So they switched the I and the R, but it's very fitting
From the author's
from
last
the
name.
author's
Yeah.
last name. So Birdwood Island, which is a fictional island where Clifford lives, and it's inspired by Norman Bridwell's name and based on Martha's Vineyards in Massachusetts. So the
Ah.
exhibit is actually set up like that. So we have, as soon as you walk in, we have like this beautiful lighthouse, and we have a musical marina. And when you're there, if you close your eyes, you can hear, because we have the music going, and it sounds, you can literally hear the waves hitting the rocks and the seagulls. And we have these little seagulls in the air. And it's a beautiful exhibit. So I would love everybody to see it. And it will be there for Fitness Frenzy. So
Okay. And it's there now.
it is there now.
Yes.
Yes. And we will have it until it came, and it will be leaving on May 12th on Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yes.
So
So we
it'll
will
be there
have
for a
it
little bit.
for a little bit. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited.
So Clifford the Big Red Dog
Yes.
is going to be there now. Fitness Frenzies on March 23rd. But that's not it. I mean, you guys, you were telling me about a Valentine's thing coming up.
Yes. So for Valentine's, we have a big red Valentine's party, and it will not only be one day, it will actually be 3 days. So we will be there Thursday. Well, I mean, we're there every day, but the party will be Thursday, February 14th on Valentine's Day through Saturday. And we have many activities that day. We have bingo with prizes. We're going to have in the Muse, our art muse, the children will be doing a collaborative art project. And one of those things is a card, and we will deliver that to Texas Children's Hospital.
Oh, nice.
And so it's a nice way to tie in and work with the community, but have the children that are visiting the museum be part of a bigger project, and help with those arts and medicine program as well. And something I'm sure everybody will be excited about is that Clifford will do surprise visits that day.
Oh, yeah, because Clifford
Yes.
will still be there. And he's a
Yes.
big red dog, and Valentine's Day is red. See, we think of red color.
You think of red.
Yeah.
Yes. So Clifford will do paid visits. So the children will be so excited to meet him, and they'll be able to greet him and take photos with him. So that will be really fun
Good.
to do.
See, and it'll start on February 14th, right? And what a date? That's a Wednesday?
Thursday.
All right. So
fr-
Thursday through Saturday.
Thursday through Saturday, and the party will be every day from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So 10:30 to 2, Thursday, February 14th, Friday, February 15th, and Saturday the 16th.
That's awesome. I like that, because this is my philosophy. Like holidays and birthdays and that kind of thing. One day is not enough to like
Right.
fully celebrate. Sometimes
Yes.
you need to do it more than
Yes.
one day. And
Yes.
and then for like working families, maybe they can't
Right.
come on Thursday or Friday, but definitely they could come on Saturday. So
Yes.
it makes it nice for
Yes.
them.
Yes. And then if anybody has little ones that they don't want to be there when it's too crowded over the weekend, then Thursday probably would be a good fit in the morning before nap time. Nap time is very important.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay, so lots of things happening at the Children's Museum. So one of the things that I want to mention though too is that you guys, you talked about the variety of things that you do. So let's get into a little bit about why does the Children's Museum exist? How is it different than other museums?
So the one we have, it's a very family oriented. So we are located in the Woodlands, and the Woodlands is very a big community, and a lot of the families are very involved with their children's education, or what are they doing, supporting, and that's why the museum is focuses on family and being very inclusive. So it doesn't matter what race, color, gender, age you are. We're very inclusive.
And let me clarify this
Mhm.
too. Location. So it's in the
Right.
Woodlands,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean you have to live in the Woodlands to come,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Yes. I personally live in Conroe, and before I was even part of the museum, I would take my son to the Woodlands Children's Museum, and I've always loved it. It's really fun. So you don't have to live in the Woodlands. Like I said, you can find us on the Woodlands Parkway on 4775 West Panther Creek on Suite 280. And you can look up any information regarding workshops or events that we have, our calendar. Everything is on our website at woodlandschildrensmuseum.org. So if you have any questions, our phone numbers on there, email addresses for anything that you would be interested in finding out about the museum.
Okay, great. So, and I do want to talk some more about the museum because you've just kind of scratched the surface of some of the things that are happening. But we're going to take another little break, and we'll be back though, and we'll talk again more about the things that are going on at the Children's Museum. So,
Yes.
you're listening to the Extension Hour right here on Lone Star Radio, 104.5 and 106.1, and worldwide on irlonestar.com. This is the Extension Hour. I'm Amy Ressler, and we'll be right back.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? The Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations. Look up the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
We're back on this. It's kind of a chilly afternoon this Friday, and this weather is interesting. But this is Amy Ressler, and I am a County Extension Agent for Family and Community Health, and you're listening to the Extension Hour. And we love talking about the things that we do in Extension and letting people know things that are going on. And we also love having partners who come on to the show with us. And so actually next week, next Friday, we are going to have representatives from the Lone Star Family Health Center here. And we're going to talk about a project that we're working on with Sam Houston Elementary School and the families there. We're doing some walk across Texas and a few other things. So we'll talk more about that. And then the week after that, we are going to have Justin Sines and Joe Pickens from our office along with some of their friends from the Wildlife Expo, and we'll be talking about those things happening there. And Master Gardeners will be back. I know folks love listening to them and finding out lots of good information about what they do. But we are here every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Here on Lone Star Radio. And I mentioned another thing. We are looking for sponsors. Dick has been great with this radio station and doing we really appreciate him and hosting us, having us here. But we also, he has to pay the light bills too. So we need some sponsorship. And so right now, the Extension Family and Consumer Sciences Committee is sponsoring the show, which we appreciate, but we also need additional sponsorship. So if you know of anybody that's interested, be sure to let us know, because we want to keep bringing great guests to the community. And the other thing we love doing is providing education, because that's kind of what we're all about. And before we went to the break, we were talking about some of the things going on at the Children's Museum. And one of the things that you mentioned was Clifford. And we kind of went through it a little bit quickly, but if we can go back to those just for a second and talk about Clifford's big ideas, because those are good for everybody.
Yes, I do believe that Clifford's big ideas, there are these 10 virtues that I think are very important, like I said, not just to children, but to the parents that are there and to ourselves as something that applies to our lives. And those 10 big ideas are learning how to play fair, have respect for others, work together as a team, be responsible, be truthful, be kind, be a good friend, help others, and believe in yourself. So I definitely agree with all those 10 big ideas. All of us at the museum, I know I talked a lot about the museum itself, but I didn't really talk about the people that work there. And we really strive for us to work as a team as well and how to better ourselves. So even though I do the education department, there's other components to, someone has to take care of the museum and the exhibits and our front desk and like all the coordinators, and everything comes together, and we all agree in all of these 10 virtues. And, the way of living, we should be kind to others. We should help others, be kind, and all of those virtues, and believing in ourselves.
If we could
day.
all follow those 10
Right.
virtues, I think the world would be a much better place.
Yes, definitely. So I think it's a great foundation for not everybody has that maybe home education, I would say. So I think at the museum, us like highlighting it, it's great. Sometimes parents might not even think about it. Like, oh, maybe I should teach them. We call them chores sometimes, but it's actually learning to be responsible.
Oh, yeah.
And, and it's kind of a reminder for us as parents, like, this is an opportunity for me to continue to teach different things, not just feeding my pet, my dog, or my cat. I mean, of course we have Clifford, so it's a dog, but it can be as simple as putting your clothes away, or, in implementing this more things at home as well. So we're hoping that families take something away from Clifford when they're visiting us, and they can grow in that. I know I talked a lot about Clifford, but sadly he will have to leave us one day, and that's on May 12th. But I do want to talk about the museum all year long. So the Woodlands Children's Museum is home of more than 15 fun interactive exhibits designed for those 7 and under. Doesn't necessarily mean a child that's older wouldn't enjoy it, but that's mainly our target audience. And we're committed to encouraging hands-on learning, imagination, and discovering. The children can be anyone or anything they want to through role play in our diverse exhibits and rotating collections of costumes, science, arts, and cultures. Drive many of these educational exhibits where learning through play is exciting. Just this past Saturday, we had our Lunar Year celebration, and we were able to implement different cultures. So throughout the year, we have either an event, or we dedicate it to our art bar, which is our museum. So we have an artist's birthday and an art. We try to display it and teach the children about people around the community that have been important as well. Our museum even has I talked about the art bar, and in addition, providing a fun environment, our exhibit fosters early childhood development, fine and gross motor skills, abstract thinking, and socialization. And we also offer workshops. So that's something I really want to talk about. I think even I'm guilty of it. So when Landon, which is my son, when he was really little, I would go to the museum and play, and didn't realize that the museum also offers educational workshops.
Yeah,
and the
there's
children,
more to it.
There's more to it than just, let's go to the museum and play, and then we get to leave. We have these amazing workshops where the children from ages 2 and 3, those are more of our like a parent guardian. So it doesn't have to be technically mommy and me. It can be grandma or grandpa or dad or an aunt with their child, 2 and 3-year-olds, and we focus on arts and dance and movement classes. So for the 2 and 3-year-olds, and we have classes all the way to 11-year-olds throughout the school year. And we're really excited that for spring break, we call it spring breakation. So we make it a more exciting week,
Mhm.
and we will have classes for children up to 14-year-olds. So that's something that, because our target age has been 7 years and younger,
Right.
people don't think about, oh, my 14-year-old is going to take classes there, but we're
Mhm.
actually bringing in STEM and audio classes where the children will learn how to do more things like the radio and how to work computer and technology and create at that age music and how to handle all the equipment. So we have a partner that's going to be teaching with us, and I'm really excited about that. So spring vacation and in the summertime, we have
Okay.
workshops. So for the kids that are 2 and 3, the arts and science, not the arts and science, sorry, arts and uh, we will have the music and
Mhm.
movement, but we also have for our 4-year-olds, we have Kinder Ready. So it's a kindergarten preparation class, and the children will learn, of course, academics. We're so big on education, but also when it talks about preparation for kindergarten or getting them ready is that structure. Sometimes we don't think about, oh, we have to wait our turn, or okay, we're transitioning on a schedule just like a school would. So we implement that on that, and socialization skills. That's so big. So the kids will get to have friends, and they're not nervous when they go to school, or even mom won't be nervous to send their child to school.
Yeah.
They'll be ready. And it's a one time a week class, and it's Kinder Ready. We offer it twice a week. And we have that for our 4-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds, and our older children. We have science classes, art classes, and we have robotics.
Oh,
And that's
nice.
one of our really popular. So many compliments from parents currently now. They say, "My child loves this class." They go home talking about it, and they get excited about that. They get to uh, create this through the computer, and
Mhm.
then they actually get to see it move. And one of the compliments earlier, you asked me, how are we different? So I
Uh-huh.
had a parent 2 weeks ago tell me, my child took a robotics class somewhere else, but she didn't come home as excited as she does here, because she said over there at the other location, it was more like coding.
Mhm.
And with us, they get to see the robot come to life.
Oh, yeah.
So that she was really excited about that. So she loves that we have both components of not just teaching them how to do it, but to see their work,
Oh, yeah.
come to life.
While we're on that topic of robotics, also wanted to mention, so earlier I talked about the Montgomery County Fair. They're actually having a robotics contest
Oh,
at the fair this
awesome.
year. And then our 4-H program,
Yes.
like I said, lots of people think of just animals, but we actually have a very robust robotics program
Yes.
where kids learn, but also they have a contest where they can show off the things that
Oh,
they've learned.
yes.
And exactly what you're talking about, where they actually get to see it. I mean, the contest is programming the robot to do certain tasks. So
Yes.
it's awesome. So there's lots of opportunities to also use the things that they're learning at the Children's Museum and
Right.
other places as
Yes,
well.
definitely. So definitely they
Very
can use
cool.
that in joint competitions, local
Yeah.
competitions. Yes.
And then, obviously in school they do that
Oh,
as well too. But it's great that there's another place for them to get that information.
yes, and in an early age too.
Yeah.
We
Know what
have
she said.
a lot of the homeschoolers. We have classes for them during the daytime for
Mhm.
science and arts and robotics, and those are during the daytime, so that we target our homeschool community as well. For those that don't get the chance to have it at a actual school, they get to come to us and enjoy those extracurricular activities that helps them.
All right. So those are the workshops you mentioned. Again, go through the list pretty quickly.
Okay, so we have for our 2 and 3-year-old classes, Little Picassos, which is
Mhm.
for art, and Happy Feet, which is music and movement classes for our 2 and 3-year-olds. That does require more of a mommy and me type, but like I said, it can be a mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and
Mhm.
Danny. And for our 4 and 5-year-olds, we have Kinder Ready, we have Got Science, which is science, and they get to do all these amazing science experiments. And our teachers are amazing. They just don't do the bare minimum, they go above and beyond. And I'd like to share photos as well. So you can find photos on our website so you get to see the things that we're doing. And for our older children, we have also art classes, science classes, and robotics classes for them. And for our spring vacation, which is March the 11th through the 15th, we will
Mhm.
have a week. And this will not only bring our homeschoolers who are little ones, but also those who are off from school. Instead of just being at home, they get to come and enjoy science and robotics classes if they want. So for during that week, for any parent that needs it. And we have care as well. So if they need We have it divided where there's classes in the morning and the afternoon. But if we have working parents, they can definitely stay at the museum throughout that 1 hour break. They can stay and have lunch there with us. And you can find more information through our website, woodlandschildrensmuseum.org. And you can get in contact with me and find out more information. I can definitely guide any parent that has a question about what's appropriate for this age or what would be fun or what are the times. I can definitely touch more base on that.
Okay.
They reach
So
out to me.
we are talking to Carmen Ortega.
Yes.
She's the educational coordinator there at the Woodlands Children's Museum. And we're going to talk with her just a little bit more. We've got a few more minutes, but we're going to take a little break. And then we'll be back and talk more about the things that are happening. So you're listening to the Extension Hour, and we will be back in just a minute. Texas A&M Agrilife Extension Service is all about extending knowledge and providing solutions. We do that by using science-based information to create high-quality and relevant education for the people of Texas. More importantly, this outstanding education is delivered locally, right here in our county. We encourage lasting and effective change that helps our communities and our county thrive. We are Texas A&M Agrilife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Okay, and we are back. This is Amy Ressler, County Extension Agent for Family and Community Health, and I'm talking to Carmen Ortega. She is the Educational Coordinator at the Woodlands Children's Museum. And oh my goodness, Carmen, you guys do some pretty amazing things that probably people might not know. They may just think you go look at things and you go home, but all kinds of workshops and events that happen. And I'm very, very impressed with all the kinds of things that you guys do. So people that are listening, let's let them know, remind them of where you guys are located in the Woodlands area, obviously.
Yes, so we are located in the Woodlands, 4775 Panther Creek Drive, Suite 280. And any information that you might need about workshops or any events, we do have the calendar on our website, which is woodlandschildrensmuseum.org. Our phone number is 281-465-0955. If you have any type of education questions or workshops, you can definitely reach me and call the museum and ask for Carmen or just someone that knows about education. If you don't remember my name, they will know to direct your phone call to me. And definitely, I'm so excited to be part of the museum. We do workshops and we do all these events for the community, and we do a lot of outreach. And I'm just really excited also about our Clifford, the big red dog, him visiting. And definitely, we do have some events that are coming up. I touched base a little bit about, since we do have Clifford, the big red dog, why not celebrate, with him? And the next celebration we have is Valentine's Day. And I talked about we're not only celebrating it one day, not 2 days, but 3 days. So we are celebrating Thursday, February 14th on Valentine's Day from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. That Friday, the 15th, again, 10:30 to 2 p.m. And that's Saturday from 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. And that we will have a lot of activities for the kids. One of the really big ones that was a hit that the last time we had it was a bingo. And that was really fun. So the children will be in our stage area and we host it there, and they will get to play bingo with the families. And the last time I was part of it, I will be there on Saturday hosting it. And so if you want to meet me, I'll be there Saturday. And they just loved it. So they learned the concept. We do it simple for them to understand since our target, age is a little younger. And when they win, they get a prize. So
nice. Everybody loves prizes.
Everybody loves prizes. Yes, definitely. And we will do that all 3 days. And Saturday, we will be there 10:30 to 2 p.m. And we will also be working on our Muse on a collaborative art project. And that collaborative art project is we're trying to tie in our children from our community with the arts and medicine programs at Texas Children's Hospital. And I go twice a month. So I go to the Woodlands, Texas Children's Hospital, and I get to go to the downtown one twice a month and work in arts and medicine. So that project we work on during the party, I'll be able to take it to the hospital.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm really excited to
Yeah.
see that tie-in, and I'm,
So
grateful for
basically,
that.
children can come create a Valentine,
Right.
and that Valentine will go to a sick child.
Yes, it will go to a sick child, correct.
That's awesome.
So we're excited for that. And one thing that I know they will be super excited is that Clifford will actually be there to do surprise visits. So definitely try to be there between 10:30 and 2. Any of those 3 dates, Clifford will be visiting. You can stop by, say hello, give him a hug, take photos with him. So that will all be really, really fun for our big red Valentine's party.
And then you can see Clifford just kind of anytime when you go in from now till
Right.
May 12th.
Yes,
Yep.
correct. From now to May 12th, he will be visiting us, and we have a lot of more exciting events coming. And we will be posting that on our website, on our calendar. So parents, if they didn't get the dates right now, you can
Yeah.
definitely, look it up on our website, and all the information will be there. And the one I'm really, really excited about is because we get to work together. You and I
Yeah.
get to work together on Fitness Frenzy. And that's Saturday, February 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that is where we're supporting our initiative, Good to Grow. And Kids in the Kitchen will be there. Texas A&M Extension's office will present her chef plate. And we'll have a Taekwondo demonstration at 1 p.m. We'll do free vision screenings provided by the Woodlands Lions Club from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and a Science Madness activity, special art projects. It's going to be a whole day filled of learning how to be healthy and the healthy choices we can make as a family.
Perfect. I love that.
Yes.
Okay. And then you mentioned the spring breakcation
Yes.
that's coming up too.
Yes.
So I wanted to mention really quickly too, during that week, that Tuesday on March 12th, there will also be a child safety seat check event. So if families need to have their car seats checked, there'll be technicians out there who can make sure that they're installed correctly. And it's very educational for parents so that they don't just put in the seat and send you on your way. They teach you how to make sure that seat is put in, that it's the right seat for that child in that vehicle. So that's another thing that'll be happening. And I don't know the times exactly on that. I think it's probably 10 to noon or 9 to noon. And you have to make appointments for that. But that will be out there as well.
Yes, I'm really excited for that. The spring breakation, which is March 11th through the 15th. So it'll be Monday through Friday. We will be there, and then you can get your car checked. So drop off your children and then get your cars seats.
Yeah.
That's very important for their safety.
Okay, so parents who want to bring their kids out, what do they need to expect? There's an admission fee to get into the museum, and then are there fees for the workshops, or how does that all work?
Okay, so for the museum, anyone's welcome, and there is a fee to enter the museum. It's $7 and per person. If you're under one, you're free. However, we do have a membership. So you pay this membership fee of $79, and it covers a family of 4.
Oh,
And
nice.
with that, a lot of perks come with that. You get to come to the museum anytime you want for that 1 year that you pay your membership fee, and you get discounts on workshops. So if you're planning to sign up for a workshop, it actually pays itself. So I think it's very beneficial to have the membership. And for the workshops, there's different prices depending on what they are. Some of them are a little longer, the sessions, based on the age and what the, compare a little art class to for 2-year-olds compared to a 7-year-old being in a robotics class. And all of that is found on our website. And people can contact me directly as well on my email, which is cOrtega@woodlandschildrensmuseum.org. Any questions that they have about pricing, the schedules, all of that information, I can give it to them, or anyone at the front desk can give it to them. And when you go to our museum, as soon as you walk in, on our left side, there's a calendar and a brochure with all of our workshop classes that we have, calendar of events that's going on, and even floor programs that are educational throughout the museum and throughout the month, and special guest visitors that we have as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when those events that are going on, it's just the admission fee into the museum.
Right.
There's not necessarily an extra charge to participate in the events.
Correct.
But the workshops, high quality workshops, are going to come with a little bit of a fee.
Definitely. We have these amazing team of educators that they've been doing this for many, many, many years. And like I said, they put a lot of thought into it. And I not only work myself, I believe in working as a team. just like Clifford says. And I actually just not only work with our executive director in implementing a great program for the children's, but we also work with a curriculum development coordinator, and her and I work alongside to see, oh, I think this best fits for this age group, or we're always changing it. So even if you've had taken classes in the past, we try not to repeat the classes. We want them to always come back and keep learning with us. So you might be at the museums from year 2 to 7 and take classes, and it happens. So we have a lot of returning students and also siblings. So I know that some of our teachers in our kindergarten program have had the siblings, the older siblings that are now in like 2nd, 3rd grade, and their little sister or brother are in our classes.
Great. So many great things going on. So again, I know we've talked a lot. We've thrown out a lot of dates. It's kind of hard to keep those all straight. So they can find you online, childrensmuseum.org.
Yeah.
O-R-G, and or the Woodlands Children. Is it the Woodlands Children's Museum?
Woodlands
Children's
Museum.org. woodlandschildrensmuseum.org. Or our phone number is 281-475-6509.
So many good things going on, Carmen. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing these things with us so that we know more things, more about what's going on in the community. And so we've mentioned this before too. It's the Woodlands, but that doesn't mean that folks from Conroe can't come on over and check that out and see what's happening. And then I also love the fact that there's connections between what we do and what you guys do. And there's so many great organizations here in Montgomery County that are really committed to helping families and helping people make their lives better. And you said Good to Grow is one of the themes.
Good to Grow is one of the leadership initiatives, which is guided by the Association of Children's Museum to support healthy choices and activities for children and families.
And so we have this project, Junior Master Gardener, and we call it Growing Good Kids. So lots of good connections.
Yes, definitely.
So many things here in Montgomery County for people families and people to participate in.
Yes.
So, Carmen, thanks for being here.
And thank you for having me. Yeah.
And thank you for listening to the Extension Hour right here on irlonestar.com, 104.5 and 106.1. Like I mentioned, next Friday, we are going to have the Lone Star Family Health Center out here. And then the Friday after that, we're going to talk more about youth programming and the Wildlife Expo. So lots of great things coming up. So be sure and tune in every Friday, 1 to 2. And we'll be back. Thanks so much for listening. See you next time.
See ya.